This is a kid's sandbox, a toy that's not meant to float on the water. But I'm going to transform it into the most epic and functional little motorboat. Why? Because, well, number one, ever since I was a kid, I've loved boats and the water, so I feel like this is a quest that I owe it to young Connor to accomplish. And number two, my wife has always wanted a romantic boat date, but we don't own a boat. The plan is to find one of these rare sandboxes, turn it into a proper functioning boat, and impress my wife. And I only have 7 days to make it all happen. Time to get myself a sandbox. Now, they were only made for about 2 years in the 2000s, so they're considered pretty rare. But I've been searching the interwebs for a while now, and I finally found one for sale. Check it out. There she is. This is what I'm after. That works great. Ooh, I'm excited. I messaged the guy, and I'm going tomorrow to pick it up. But then the next morning, it was marked as sold. What the heck? He went and sold it to someone else. It's gone. Honestly, I was feeling pretty discouraged until the next day.
Woohoo! Guess what? Just found another one for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going right now to go get it. That way, hopefully nobody else gets it before me, because I'm determined now.
Did I drive over an hour to pick it up? Yes. And did I forget my sunglasses and have to wear Ali's stylish ones? Also yes.
Hey, Damien?
Yep.
Nice to meet you. Connor.
Nice to meet you. All right.
There it is.
For the first time, I finally saw the sandbox beauty that I had been searching for. I paid for it, then we loaded it into the car, which wasn't a struggle at all. It fit perfectly. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's better.
Dude, nice.
A couple bungee cords and ratchet straps later, and
That's not going anywhere. That's actually a lot of work. But I am now the proud owner of a boat. Well, technically, actually, it's not a boat yet. It's just a sandbox. So I am the proud owner of a kid's sandbox. Let's take a proper look at this thing, and I'm gonna give it a little wash. This cover part, we don't really need. It's got this bell that's rusty, but sort of works. There's a big crack all the way down this part, but it shouldn't affect how it floats, which is good. So it just adds a little bit of character. It's like a nice scar. The steering wheel is, oh, yep, quite a bit loose, but it's got these buttons on it that do nothing. Maybe it just needs a new set of batteries though. Oh, you see that earwig? Oh my goodness, get out of here. This will be pretty epic if it actually works after 24 something years. Oh! Does it work? What the? It's like a race car now. The horn doesn't work, but we've got whatever sound that is. This is such a random assortment of sounds. Some of them don't work. Like what? Enough of that. Back to the boat. I definitely want to give it a new coat of paint. You can see here how faded the yellow is compared to the original color that it used to be. I finished giving my sandbox a nice bath, and then the next day, it was time to begin phase 2. Oh, I'm excited. Today starts the transformation of turning this toy into a proper floating boat. I've got 4 days until my anniversary where I'm gonna surprise Ali with her boat date, and this here is the list of stuff I've gotta get done. Now that I'm seeing all of this, 4 days does not seem like enough time, but I just gotta get to it. Less yapping, more doing. I've got this flotation foam that I'm gonna pour into the bottom, and then it's gonna expand and hopefully make it super buoyant. Mine's gonna look way cooler than that fancy one. I'm going to do a little test because I've never done this before, but apparently you just mix them, stir it for 20 seconds. Oh, it's expanding. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's expanding way more than I thought it would. What the heck? It's still going. I grabbed some cardboard. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Look how much it expanded off that little amount. Whoa, weird. It's literally foam now. How neat is science? Look at that. Safe to say that my test is a success. It's gonna make my boat float.
With that very professional testing done, I just went for it and poured in the whole jug.
I'm kind of nervous. Ooh.
I filled all the gaps with the mixture and crossed my fingers that it would work.
Oh yeah, it's expanding.
Oh, that was so fun and satisfying.
And look,
It's already hardened up. My next step was to cut away all the excess foam to give it a nice, smooth base. I definitely underestimated how messy this would get, but I'm happy with how the progress is coming. The flotation foam says that it can hold up to 300 pounds. So the motor, the battery, me, and Allie, yeah. I'm not a mathematician, but it's gonna be interesting. That is a full day's work done. Look, it's dark out. So I'm gonna clean this, and tomorrow we keep at it. It's not ideal that it's raining out, but we'll do some work here in the barn for a bit. The hull is almost done, which is a fancy term for the bottom part of the boat, because I'm a boat guy now. I gotta know the lingo. I decided to give the hull a nice coating of Flex Seal waterproofing spray, and honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. I just figured that the bottom needed to be as waterproof as possible, so hopefully this does the trick. Next, I got a piece of scrap plywood, traced out the hull shape, and cut it out. Nice. I have an idea for how to make it look much nicer than this janky wood, so don't worry. But for now, I glued it on, and I was having way too much fun, feeling like I was icing a cake or something. Look how happy this guy is. Then I weight it down with some rocks while it dries.
Whew. Tired. Ugh, it's a lot of work. Honestly, this is turning into a much bigger project than I thought it would be. And I've done a ton of work, but you can't even tell. It looks almost exactly the same as when I bought it. A fresh coat of paint, though, is gonna really spruce it up. But at this point, I have no idea how I'm gonna get it done in time. Coffee, that's what I need actually. Another cup of coffee. In order to have the boat ready for my anniversary in a few days, I needed to get it painted today. So I got to work prepping it, and everything was going really great until... Oh my goodness. Of course it's raining again. Gotta protect the boat. Just trying to paint. Dang it. And of course it rained the entire rest of the day, so that completely squashed my plans to paint. I was definitely feeling a bit stressed. At this point, I was really hyping it up to Allie that I had something amazing planned for her. So I did what I had to do. I put in a night shift to finish prepping the boat so that the next day I could finally paint. Oh, it's already looking so good. Yes! Painting just makes anything look fresh and new again. Nice. Okay, actually, let me pull this off for you. Look at that. Woo! She's a beauty. Oh, I just remembered one other thing I gotta paint.
With another task checked off the to-do list, I moved on to building the seat. But then I remembered that I had this little chair that would be perfect to use.
It's much more on brand with the theme of the boat. And check this out. The battery for the motor, boom, just fits perfectly over top. It was meant to be.
The next thing I tackled was making the floor of the boat nice and pretty, and I did that by sticking on some foam boat decking, which I think really helped improve the look of it. And I was feeling so great. The sun was shining today, and I was just so happy with how everything was coming along. So I kept this productive streak going and attached the electric motor and the steering wheel, which was also looking very snazzy with a fresh coat of paint. There's only a few things left to do, and then tomorrow I'm taking that boat to the lake for the water test. The final items on my checklist was to add some boat cleats and a vintage marine compass that I found at a thrift store.
Oh, I'm so happy with how it looks. Now, the main question is, will it hold my weight and actually float? Well, today we find out. So there's a tradition of christening a boat before its first voyage with champagne, but that would be pretty ridiculous and unnecessary to do with mine. So oh, that didn't work.
So let's just agree that it still counts, okay? And yeah, my boat is now officially ready for the water.
The moment of truth. Oh, yes. Oh, that floats, no problem. Yes.
Getting it to successfully float was one thing, but there was still a chance it would just sink or flip once I got in it.
Okay, I don't know why I'm nervous right now, but it's time for the weight test. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, dang. Oh, yes. That actually feels pretty stable. All right, we're gonna cast off. Oh, I gotta start up the engine. Oh, hold on, it's reverse.
And just like that, I was cruising across the lake, and it was glorious. I could finally consider the first part of my mission a success, and I knew that young Connor would be proud. There was only one thing left to do. The next day, on my 6th-year wedding anniversary, I took Allie out for the boat date of her dreams. Kind of.
We're back at me.
Thanks for watching all the way till the end. You the best. Subscribe and watch another video if you want to.